Hey guys, as some of you know, I have been going around trying to ask some old school Wi-Fi battlers to, battle this for old time's sake. One of them is wilechase, who recently gave up. Well, actually, not so recently, but gave up Wi-Fi battling. But he was willing to give me a battle just for old time's sake. And yeah, I know this was going to be a good one. Wilechase is definitely known for the OU tier, so I know I had to bring my A game, and let's go see how it turns out. So he leads with Tyranitar, as I lead with Keldeo. Kind of a blast from the past with, Wilechase always kind of favoring Sandstorm, as I recall. So, yeah, definitely something there. So he switches out into Landorus, which, is a pretty darn good poke, but I brought the Hydro Pump, and I was just going to use it right off the bat against the Tyranitar, because the reason I wasn't actually going for the Secret Sword is because I saw that Landorus, and I knew that Hydro Pump would obviously do a ton of damage to, yeah, Tyranitar anyway. So he goes into Latios, which really is a problem for this team that I brought along. I go into Bronzong, who I know can take a Draco Meteor or, pretty much anything, even if he wants to go for the Psychic move. He does end up going for the Draco Meteor, expecting my switch, but apparently not into Bronzong, and this will give me the opportunity to go ahead and set up some Stealth Rocks, which is must-needed against his team. And he goes out into his Mega, I believe, which is Beedrill, as I set up the Stealth Rocks, and yeah, Mega Beedrill is definitely a pretty powerful powerhouse, and yeah, I know it's gonna go ahead and U-turn and stuff, and it's going to do some pretty not okay damage. So I decided to just go for the explosion, figuring that he probably will just end up U-turning, and I can get really good damage on something else. I didn't actually expect him to go out into Tyranitar, which is what he ends up doing, which is an excellent play because obviously he resists the explosion. I don't know if he was. I guess he was expecting explosion, but if I would have went for like Gyro Ball or something, that would have obviously completely destroyed the Tyranitar. So a frisky play by wilechase, but a very good prediction. Either way, going to be able to do some damage to the Tyranitar just because of my normal gem and the fact that explosion is a pretty powerful move, but obviously not what I wanted to happen. So yeah, I'm going to go out into Conkel Dur against the Tyranitar, which should be able to do decent damage. I kind of expected him to switch out here, and unfortunately for me, he doesn't. He just decides to set up Stealth Rocks, I guess trying to sack his Tyranitar as well, but I just go for the knockoff, expecting the switch. Yeah, that just knocks off the Tyranitar's leftovers instead of just finishing him off, and yeah, he's going to sack his Tyranitar here by going for the Earthquake. I just go for the Drain Punch, finally going, for the better move, and yeah, that is going to go ahead and take out the Tyranitar, but some nice playing by wilechase here as his Tyranitar goes down. So he goes out into his Latios, and yeah, I was trying to go for the knockoff, hoping he'd overpredict. I do have the Assault Vest. I was thinking, okay, as long as he doesn't go for, the Psychic move, I should be okay. I might be able to even take a Draco Meteor due to the Assault Vest, but yeah, that Psy Shock is not going to... I'm not going to be able to live that Psy Shock. So I go into Keldeo because I kind of panicked, and I'm stupid, and why would I go into Keldeo? I know this thing is Psy Shock. So, yeah, I just let my Keldeo die for no reason, and now I got into what I really should have went out to in the first place, which is Gyarados. At the very worst, well, first of all, this is my Mega, so after I Mega Evolve, I'm going to get a little bit more bulk. Second of all, this is the only thing I have, well, one of the only Pokemon I have left that will really draw out the Draco Meteor, so I just have to kind of hope that I'll survive, and I end up surviving, obviously, so yeah, definitely wasting Keldeo there is going to hurt me in the long run. But I do end up surviving. I just go for the Ice Fang, which will take out the Latios, but it also cripples my Gyarados, and yeah, I'm really, really, really sad that I let Keldeo die for no reason there. Oh well. So I do end up getting the Latios down, but not before it does a massive amount of damage to my team. Alright, so he goes out into his own Keldeo. I just stay in because I don't have enough HP to switch out and survive the Stealth Rocks. But yeah, he just goes for the Sacred Sword, which is now super effective against Gyarados due to Gyarados, Mega Gyarados being part Dark type. And yeah, that sucks. So I go out into Latios here, and there's kind of two reasons I'm doing this. One is because my last Pokemon other than Latios is Volcarona, which I do need to get the Defog off if I really want to bring it in. But yeah, he goes into Thundurus, and the other reason is because I do have Thunderbolt, which is my best chance to do damage to his Keldeo at this point. And it does it's neutral damage against Thundurus, which isn't that bad. He does have the Hidden Power Ice here, which, yeah, did a little bit more than I was expecting considering Latios' bulk, but obviously Life Orb Thundurus is pretty strong. But yeah, I do go for the Defog, and I'm kind of hoping, I was kind of hoping that he would continue going for the Hidden Power Ice, thinking I would stay in and try to kill his Thundurus or something. But he makes a pretty good play, which pretty much shields the match just by twitching out and going for Thunderbolt, which is going to cripple my Volcarona. So I can't set up with the Quiver Dance because obviously, yeah, he could just finish me off with Thunderbolt. And yeah, that's what I do is I just go back into Latias. At this point, I know that I pretty much lost. I only have Latias and Volcarona left, and I'm not going to be able to get off a recover with Latias because he's just going to kill me with Hidden Power Ice. And my last Pokemon is Volcarona, which he's also going to be able to outspeed and kill. But good game, wilechase. Always a good match between you, and despite the fact that he's been out of it for a while, he still hasn't lost it. Looking at my team, I think I probably should have done some things differently. Made a few misplays as well. Kind of always sucks, but oh well. wilechase is a great battler, so not too salty about that. It's always nice to get a match against him because of old times. So go ahead and leave a comment about who you think was the best battler you've ever known or seen or watched or heard of, etc. In real life, no anime, but yeah. So leave a comment about that. wilechase is definitely up there. I always knew that he was a tough challenger. I fought him a ton of times in Gen 4, and he was always very good, especially with the OU tier. Anyway, see you guys later, and rate, comment, subscribe. Bye.